excited that you are with me today. We are speaking about beauty and its fashion. We have an amazing guest with us today. Her name is Lisa Marie. She is the creator of Beauty Black Book. And I'm excited about this because Lisa believes that every woman needs to have a book of secrets, a secrets that's at their fingertips to pull out whenever you need. So I'm excited. She's been in the beauty industry for over 15 years. She brings a wealth of knowledge and inspiration. She's actually in her own store with us today. So Lisa Marie, hello there and welcome to the Cove. Again, I'm Tangi Brewer and this is Lisa Marie. Hi, Lisa.
Morning. How are you?
I am excellent. Well, welcome. I am so thrilled that you are here.
I'm excited. I'm excited to be sharing some tips for the ladies today.
Yes. I know that they are just as excited as well. So, Lisa, tell us a little bit about your passion for this industry. What made you decide to go into this industry?
Well, I was definitely one of those ladies girls at the time that was always doing my own hair, always doing my own makeup, playing with different trends. And my mom was encouraging me. She's like, you should go to beauty school. At that time, I was dead set to go to college, and that was my path, I thought. And I got into the beauty industry, and I have just loved it. I've explored every aspect of it as far as makeup, skincare, hair care. And in the last 8 years, I've been working in education. So it's definitely a field that I have grown to love. I love showing women what they can do with their looks, make them feel more confident about themselves, and also give them some options to pull from.
Yes. Now, options, Lisa. We love options. I think every woman needs options, right? From the head to the toe.
Absolutely.
Yes. And that's what we're talking about today. We are going from the head to the toe of the woman and what they should sort of have in this Beauty Black Book. Could you please tell us about your whole concept and idea for the Beauty Black Book?
So basically, I developed my business for the woman that wants to change up her look, but maybe doesn't know exactly where to start.
Right.
She may not have the largest budget. So she's like, okay, I want to update my look for maybe it's a new position that she's in, maybe it's a college graduate, maybe it's a woman that's experiencing, maybe she's gone through a divorce or separation, and you're really looking to just kick things back into gear. So I basically would invite the woman in, and she would bring 3 of her staples. So items that you commonly wear that you love that fit your body style. And then I would show you different ways to accessorize those items as well as adding additional things in. So my whole agenda is basically to connect with women that are looking to, change your outlook a little bit as far as what you're wearing and kind of polish up your image a little bit more, also incorporating the beauty aspect as well along with the fashion.
Love that, Lisa. I love that you take what someone has and you help them to make it fit them the best way possible.
Absolutely.
And I also love that you reawaken the style. I believe that everybody has a style meter, if you will, but you turn that baby up and you crank it up. When we all have experienced journeys through life that kind of sort of take us away from our original signature style or playing with accessories and having fun, so we get to that little rut, and I love that you get people stuck out the rut.
Absolutely. I definitely think we all have times, in our life where we're like, oh my God, I looked really good at that time. And then other times you're like, can I just get rid of all of those pictures? So it's kind of creating that balance. You're not going to get it right every single day, but have fun.
Right. Have fun. That's what it's about. So let's go ahead and have fun, Lisa. I'm excited. Lisa, you sort of a great presentation for us today. So tell us how the journey, Lisa, where you're going to take us on this beauty, all things beauty and fashion accessories, this journey with us. So if you can kind of walk us through that, what to expect.
Okay. So the first thing that I wanted to start out with today was I wanted to focus on the hair portion. We've all looked at different red carpet events or different celebrities on TV, and maybe they have the best outfit. So I want to take each one. There's not just
Lisa. Is
that rather similar to this. You may need to take a couple pieces and polish it up with a smoothing iron, but for the most part, this is an easy to achieve look.
great, great. Awesome, Lisa. All right, now to the next look.
So the next look is hair that is also shoulder length. This one is a little bit smoother in comparison to the first one, and you'll notice that this one has a side fringe. I love fringe. It's an instant update to your look. If you are a woman that has longer hair, and let's say it's all straight, it could be even all curly, to be honest with you, and there's nothing going on that's framing your face. A quick, simple update would either be to add a fringe, whether it be to one side or the other, or to get some face framing. So this look is going to be a great option.
Lisa? Okay. We're going to make sure that we have Lisa here, you all. She is with us. She just went out for just a moment. So we're going to make sure that we go ahead and get Lisa back with us. But this particular option, I love it. Don't you all love this great look? I mean, she's got that side, that kind of part, that little swoop bang. I think that is great for, you know, kind of over the eye, a little sexy too as well. So this is such a great versatile look, ladies. And so Lisa is coming right back with us. She'll be with us in just a moment. So enjoy this picture, and I would encourage you all, to, write questions and post pictures and say, well, how would this look best fit me? What's the best look for me as well? So Lisa is coming back with us, and thank you all for your patience. It's wonderful, when you get to do this online and get to connect with people all over the nation. So this is wonderful. I'm loving it. And so, with technology, sometimes we know that there can be interruptions. So just bear with us. Okay, everyone, we're going to be going to the next shot in just a moment. So thank you very much for your patience. And Lisa, let's go ahead. We still have the young lady up on the screen that has the sort of swoop bang. Were you finished on that slide?
The one that had the side fringe?
Right.
Yes. We can go up to now the medium, which would be the blonde.
Yes. Okay, so we are there. Love that.
Okay, so I wanted to give an up to option, and this is the main reason why I chose the up to option for the one that has medium length. Typically, medium length is going to be somewhere it falls, typically below your jawline, but above the shoulder. So you're kind of at that in-between stage. Most of the time, we don't stay in that stage too long, typically because either you had long hair and you cut it short, and now you're kind of maybe working your way back. It's a great length. It's going to be actually a length that's going to be probably the most versatile out of the three options. But I think it's an awesome length for updos. Whether you're doing a bun, braids are very popular right now. So I really like this option because it's a really quick and easy one to do. Just by simply adding some texture in your hair, whether it be through braiding, crimping, curling your hair, and then just maybe gather it into one side, whichever side you're favoring. And then have a quick update to, maybe you're going on a night out with your husband, or you just want something that is going to give you a different look for the day. I always tell women, if you have something on the top that's kind of more detailed, you don't want to have your hair covering that. I mean, you obviously bought the dress or the top for a reason, so you want to showcase that. So today where maybe you have a little bit more going on your top, then throw your hair up so that we can really appreciate those details.
So Lisa, is that where we get the updos for the prom? Is that from, you remember the prom? You know how?
But there's so many different options now that are kind of that sexy bedhead look where it's not like everything doesn't have to be so stiff and in place.
Right.
Just have a good time. I don't really like anything that's going to be too formal. That's not my personal style. Of course, there are occasions that require that a little bit more. But on an everyday basis, just have a good time.
Yes, have a little wispy and messiness going on. I love it. Okay, so the next one.
The next one, I believe, is the middle part, right?
Yes, absolutely.
So this is definitely something you can change instantly. So if you are known, like I'm known for the side part on the right-hand side. I've been doing that for I don't know how long. Now I will switch everything else up, but the part kind of stays the same for me. But if I was looking to get maybe a little more volume, if your hair is accustomed to going to one side, if you instantly take that part and now flip it over to the opposite side, you're going to get so much more volume because you can actually straighten your hair when you're parting it like that so often. So just switching things up, whether it be you changed your part from the right to the left, or you took it from the center, just playing with those small options can have a huge impact.
Great. Okay, now I love this little short updo, or short haircut actually.
Now this is a classic pixie. I love this style. I've actually worn this style for many years. And it's a really quick style that can be updated instantly. So for the picture that you're looking at now, of course, it's a little bit sleeker. If you look at the color is actually a deep brown. But if you look at the very top of it, there are a little bit of hints of red there, like a red brown. So just experimenting with color. That's another way to update your look. If you've always had dark brown hair, maybe popping in a couple highlights. It doesn't mean that you have to go and get your whole head done, but maybe a couple pieces around your face to kind of highlight your complexion, your bone structure. So for this one, this is going to be a sleeker option. I actually wear my hair just like that. Sometimes I flip mine out the way it is done today. But the days that I want something that's a little bit more sleek, I can do that as well.
And Lisa, I love that you said that you wore it because actually, we see that doesn't matter what shade, because there's so many beautiful shades in the world, right? So my lighter sister,
Absolutely.
I love that. So it doesn't matter. You can achieve this, right?
Yes.
Okay, so now we have the next picture, and
that's the tonsil look, correct?
Right, the tousled look, the brunette look, right?
This is going to be a good option for the one that has maybe started out with the pixie, but now you are dead set on getting that long hair eventually. So this would be your in-between stage. And really that's the stage where most women struggle with. I know I do. So when I get to that length where I am in the process of growing my hair out, it's kind of at that awkward, it's not short, but it's nowhere close to long. That's really the time when you start experimenting with your texture of your hair. So I have been using the smoothing iron to curl my hair probably for the last 4 or 5 years. So you can curl your hair with the smoothing iron, you can straighten your hair with the smoothing iron, and you can also wave your hair. It is going to take a little bit of manipulation, something that you kind of have to get the practice in to get really equipped to kind of mastering that skill. But it's definitely something that a non-stylist can achieve at home. So that would be a perfect option for that.
Great. All right. Let's go to the next one.
So now we should get into our fine medium coarse segment. So this is going to be a great example of finer hair. So for finer hair, those are going to be the ladies that you may wear your hair sleek and straight. There may be some times that you want to have some more volume. A great option for that will be to get some products that are going to be more of a root booster. There's a lot of products that you can buy now in the market that you would simply spray at the roots prior to drying your hair, and then making sure that you're using whether it be a round brush or even maybe even a bit brush. for whatever direction you want your hair to fall, you should be blow drying in the opposite. So if you're that lady and you're wearing your hair as a sidecar and you're blow drying your hair every morning and you're going that exact same direction, and you're like, I can't get any volume out of my hair, you have worked that volume out. So that would be the person in the morning that needs to be going the opposite of the direction that you want the hair to lay, and then as the finishing, you would put it back the way you normally wear it.
Awesome, awesome. Okay, let's go to the next style.
So the next one will be the textured longer bob. I think there's a huge misconception with us always associating, African American hair to coarse hair. All African American hair is not automatically coarse. Really, when we look into the categories of fine, medium, coarse, it's looking at the individual strand. So if you're looking at this picture, this lady has tons of hair. It's absolutely gorgeous, but it's not coarse hair. So in this, kind of at that in-between stage, the medium textured hair is actually the most versatile. It's going to smooth out pretty easily and stay smooth, and it's also going to be easy to add curl into it. So this particular woman would actually probably have to have probably more products than I would say than the other two, just because you typically will have kind of both areas that you would like to pull from. Making sure that, whatever products that you're carrying at home, that you have a different wardrobe. So just like, there's some days where I want to do my little funky look, I'm like, oh, I want to feel like a rocker today. And there's other days where I want to tend to go more to the classy side. It's the same thing with your hair. You're not going to be able to use the same 5 products every single day. So making sure you have something to pull from for each look.
Awesome. I love that, Lisa. That's actually what I'm trying to achieve with my hair. So that's my fave with the length. Okay, so now for the next one.
So the last one should be a textured bob.
Right.
So with really coarse hair, a good way to tell if the hair is coarse in comparison to medium. My hair is actually extremely coarse. So when I was wearing my hair natural, my hair had a tendency to grow out instead of down. So this picture I thought was the perfect example of that. Because typically, there are some days where you want to go with that wild look and it's fine. And then there's other days where you're like, how can I change this hair in the morning? When I was wearing my hair more on the natural side, actually the less that I did as far as fussing with my hair, the better. I would go through my, my shampooing my hair, my conditioning my hair, leaving in a leave-in conditioner, because typically the coarse hair is the hair that needs the most hydration, and leaving some of that conditioner in the hair. And then after that, I would, maybe twist it and leave it, or just kind of put my gel to my hair, or styling lotion, and then leave the hair alone. Don't keep playing in the hair, fussing in the hair, because that's when the frizz starts coming back.
Well, Lisa, I have a question about that. You mentioned being able to leave the conditioner in the hair, and that has always been something that I've been nervous about, because it always says like rinse after a minute. And I'm thinking, okay, if I leave this in my hair, can it do more damage? Does it depend on the conditioner, or is that okay?
It will depend on the conditioner, but it's really not going to hurt. I'm not saying leave all the conditioner in, but when you're rinsing your hair, you're like, oh, I can still feel a little bit on the ends. Typically, the ends is where you really want the conditioning to stay. So if you didn't feel comfortable with, leaving any of that conditioner in because it says rinse out, there are a lot of leave-in conditioners as well. But for the woman that really has hair texture, hydration is going to be key to controlling typically the frizz that is associated with coarse hair.
Okay, great. Awesome. So now, Lisa, we're going into our next segment, right? So we started with hair, which, I love that we went through the different lengths and textures, and you say, Lisa, that hair, that's where it starts, and everybody needs a style that is not only versatile but works for them and frames their face, right?
Absolutely. And make sure that the stylists that you currently have, that they're educating you. So often I hear a woman say, oh, well, I go to my hairdresser, I love my hairdresser, but I can never get that same look at home. If you're not able to produce that same look in the chair, you may not get it exact, but if you're not even able to get it close, I would tend to question how good of a stylist you actually have. Because for me, working behind the chair, my whole purpose is not only to give the woman a look that she loves, but she needs to be educated on that look. She needs to know exactly what products I use, what brushes I use, and she needs to walk away feeling like she's equipped to at least be able to achieve that 2 days later.
Lisa, I'm glad that you also mentioned that they should let us know about the products, because sometimes I think some stylists may not want you to know, because they're like, if you have it at home, would you come in? And I think it's great that a stylist would share that. So thank you for letting us know that it's okay for us to even ask.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Okay, great. So now for the next one, I love both the eye and the lip on this.
So now we're looking at the bold red lip and the cat eye, correct?
Right.
So typically when we look at this look, we're like, oh, okay, this is really beautiful and it's really bold. It does tend to be more of the trendy side. So a lot of women would probably be scared of this look for every day, which is fine. It wouldn't be my preference for every day. But there's a way to take this look and turn it into a day look. Now, if you're looking to have more of a bolder look in the cat eye, which is basically done with liquid eyeliner, would be the best option. You could get it in other avenues, but that's probably going to be the key one. To turn this look now into a day look, you would take those bold red lips that you're looking at and maybe trade that in for a lipstick that's going to be a little bit more of a nude. Now, nude for me, in comparison to maybe a sister of mine that's a little bit darker or one that's a little bit fair, that nude is going to change depending on your complexion. So that's when you're really going to have to look at the undertones of the nude. It could be something that's a little bit warmer or something that's a little bit cooler, but really experiment. When you're out and you're buying different shades, test it on your hand. They should have testers out so that you can see the shade if it's going to work for your complexion prior to buying it. So I would say trade the red for nude for the day, and as far as the eyeliner is concerned, simply opting for a lighter shade. So if you look at that one, it's jet black. It's extremely dark, very beautiful though. Maybe for the daytime, taking that and maybe utilizing more of a medium brown could be a good option for you to use during the day. Another trick that I love eyeliners, I'm really not that big of an eyeliner fan. My eyes tend to be a little bit smaller. So I feel like when I do wear eyeliner, it's closing it up even more. So what I do, because I really want my eyes to pop, I use white eyeliner. It's a trick that I've seen I think on the Tyra Banks show like 10 years ago. And it works, and I've been doing it ever since. So taking white eyeliner and going over the top of your lash line, and even utilizing the corner, the key is blending. Please do not just go in and put the white eyeliner on and you're like, oh, Lisa told me to do this, it's great. Make sure that you're blending that in, and you will see, like if it's a day that I look a little tired today, but I want to look more fresh, more awake. That is a quick thing that you can do in the morning that will help support that.
That's great. And Lisa, I do want to make mention too of those red lips. For me, it's an automatic teeth whitener, because when I wear a red lip, doesn't it just make your teeth look absolutely so much whiter?
Absolutely. And even with the red, a lot of people are scared of red for whatever reason. There are different shades of red. There's reds that are more of a cherry. There are reds that are more of maybe an orange red. So the same thing that goes with the nude goes for the red. You'll have to find the red that's going to work with you. There are reds that are warmer and that are cooler. So find the one with the right undertone to make sure that it's fitting with your complexion.
But everybody can do a red, right, Lisa?
Everyone can do a red.
And everyone should have one, right?
It's definitely something good to have in your wardrobe. Absolutely.
Awesome. Okay, so now for the next item that you would like to tell us about, and it's in line with beauty.
Okay, so the next 3 slides actually will be things that I'm going to recommend to you as kind of must-haves in your beauty wardrobe. So the first slide should be a different variety of beauty creams, correct?
Right.
So this is going to show you different options, of course, at different price points, depending on what your budget is at this time. There are some that are very inexpensive that work perfectly. For the BB cream, a lot of them are like, okay, so what is that? Because now there's CC creams.
Yes, I want to know, what is it?
BB creams, EE creams. I'm not going past the C, really, not for me. So what the BB cream is, it actually incorporates the cosmetic side of makeup and it incorporates the skincare. So you're getting both of those. You're not only getting the coverage that you want to maybe cover up blemishes, conceal a few imperfections, but you're also getting the support of having skincare products used within that same product. So maybe you're using, let's say, 3 products in your skincare regimen. Now maybe one of those could be substituted because you've added in the BB cream as your coverage option. So with the BB creams, it's not going to give you as much coverage as a foundation. but it is a great option, especially with it being, summertime now. It's a lot warmer. You don't want to wear too much makeup in the summer because it's just, you're already hot. For me, I'm already hot. So I don't want to be covering up my face with all these different products that I may or may not need. BB cream is going to be a great way for you to highlight what you want and look like yourself, but just in color.
Right. Awesome, Lisa. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, now for the next one. Everyone loves a great gloss.
I love a great gloss. I love glosses that are sheer, that have a little sparkle, that have that little, multi-color effect to it in the sunlight. You're really going to have to find the color that's going to be best for you. Right now, with it being summer, I think coral is a beautiful color. It's kind of the same thing with red. There's so many different shades of coral. And it's a color that will go good on really any complexion. Of course, depending on your skin tone, you may want to go a little bit on the lighter side or darker, but there's a variety of different options. So I think having that lip gloss as an option is great, just to add a little bit of shine and shimmer to your lips. For me, I tend to plant my eyes a little bit more, so the lip I don't really like to do a lot with, but the lip gloss is the perfect fit for that.
Great. And I know, Lisa, there are some natural lip glosses out there. I know I tend to think, man, with lip gloss, you kind of rub your tongue on your lip, or if you're kissed by a husband or boyfriend, it kind of takes that lip gloss off, and then both of you are ingesting something that might not be natural. There are some natural lip glosses out there to look for, right?
Absolutely, and even with that, there's different price points. For as far as natural, the organic side, Beta is a great company for that. Of course, but with the Beta products, they're going to be on the higher end as far as your budget. Now, if you're looking for other options, especially for makeup like that, that's not going to be extremely heavy, you can tend to go to the drugstore and look at different items like Burt's Bees. That's going to be a great option as well. I actually worked for Beta for some years, and I think they have some of the best makeup and skincare out there. So if you are a girl that's like that, and you're very environmentally conscious, and you want to make sure that you're using products and representing a company that is going to support that type of lifestyle, then that would be a great option for you as well.
Right. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, now, and I love how you call this the mosaic. Now, I see these, Lisa, and I absolutely have no idea how they work. It looks like I'll just have a hodgepodge of colors all over my face if I put this on. So I'm very curious about how this mosaic is what you call it, right? This mosaic blush works.
Now, I actually have the same perspective. I'm like, I don't know if I want to mess with that. I'm seeing like 5 colors in one little case. I don't know what that's going to look like. But when I start playing with them, I use that every single day. Now, for the bronzer, it's actually going to be more of a benefit of you using one like that than one that's just one color. If you really look at your complexion, there are different tone values in your face. So your face tends to be, even with foundation, there's very few times I would say that you're able to just go pick a color off the shelf and then it's just that color. Typically, depending on, if you're a little bit darker because it's summer and now it's winter, you're a little bit lighter, you're going to have to mix and match a couple of shades. So for me, the bronzer is a good balance for that. It's actually going to give you more of a natural effect than using one that's all one color. So you just got to play with a little bit more. Of course, lighter is better. So I'm not using my bronzer and then like going crazy in the morning. But I am using it kind of to sun kiss my complexion. The days where I feel like I'm looking a little bit pale, which that happens a lot for me, that is a great go-to in the morning. I'm like, okay, I need to wake my skin up a little bit. I want some color to my face. That is going to be the perfect option. Typically, I focus on the high point of the cheeks, and then I'll do the T-zone, right down the middle, and then right across the top, and that's it. I'm not going over my whole face.
Oh,
the same thing with the blush. For me, I'm looking at to really emphasize the top part of my cheekbones. So just a really light stroke. The bigger the brush, I think the better. But that's going to be a preference. So really those two are really good products for you to play with. And the same thing, they come at a variety of different price points.
Okay, great. Thank you. So next, another little candy-coated tops on these products. It seems like nowadays products are just so pretty. They make you want to buy them.
Well, even when we're going into these beauty supplies, where we're going to Sephora, we're going to Ulta, even now a lot of the drugstores are even updating their merchandise to make it more appealing for the female consumer. So absolutely. So the products we're looking at now are the Palmetto products, correct?
Right.
So this is going to be a great way for you to kind of streamline your hair care. So you're going to the store, you're seeing like 5 million products, right? Because every product company has about that many.
That's right.
And you're like, I really just don't know what to choose from. So what a lot of product companies have done now, which is actually genius, they've made it really simple for girls to go in there and figure out, okay, I know I want volume to my hair, so if you're looking at Palmetto, you want volume, you're going straight to the purple products. If you're the girl that has a lot of volume texture already, and you're like, how can I tame this down? You're going to the lime green products. So if you really look at the names and the colors for a lot of product companies, they do represent something. So having someone there that can educate you on that. Okay, what do the purple products do? Okay, I see the tea tree line. What is that going to be central for? Asking those questions, I'm sure there's going to be someone there that wants to educate you on what's going to be the best fit. On the opposite side of that, don't get so dead set on one particular line that you're only using that. Because it goes back to having options. So even though you do like to wear your hair sleek, the majority of the time, it's not meant for you to have the whole product line that's lime green, and now you have nothing to support your volume when you do want that.
Right. Now, Lisa, should you change up products on your hair? Can it sort of get immune to the products?
I don't know if we're going to be immune, but I actually am a believer of that. I feel like if you're using the same products and you've been using them since the 80s, it's probably going to be hard to put something else in there. So you're like, okay, I've been using this for so long, but it doesn't seem to be working anymore. Start switching things out, whether it be, okay, I really love this conditioner. You can afford to change the shampoo out. Also, mixing the brands. A lot of people feel like, okay, if I bought the shampoo, I have to buy this conditioner. That is not the case.
Right.
Now, if you want to stay with the same product line, absolutely, but not actually the same one. So I feel like, kind of partnering different products and every now and then is actually really good. It's so that your hair doesn't get too adapted to one particular product, and now you're feeling nothing else works.
Right. Great. Thank you for that. I've always been curious about those colored tops there.
Right.
Okay, so next we have sort of a sleek little line. They're all the same color.
So this is actually going to be basically the high-end portion of Palmetto products. This is going to be great for the person that, in the industry, we call chemically dependent. So the one that is doing a lot to their hair, adding a little bit of stress to your hair through chemicals, whether it be you have this beautiful textured curly hair, but you decide to relax it. That's a really extreme process. But some of us choose to go that route. And then you think of the hair that's really, really dark, and now you chose to make that hair light. Okay, in styles like that, the maintenance for that particular guest is going to be a lot more. You think of the girl that maybe just throws in a couple highlights every now and then in comparison to the woman that is going to the salon every 4 to 6 weeks to get their color or relax or touched up. They're going to need more care for their hair. So with the L.O.V line, that is going to be one that has a lot more protein in the hair. It's going to support those styles to that way that your hair is, it may be chemically dependent, but it's not breaking off and unhealthy. So in that, you're going to need to add the things that were moved out of your hair through this chemical process back in. And this product line is going to be a great example of that. They have shampoos, conditioners, protein treatments in that particular part of the line, but they also have styling options, and they're phenomenal. And the logo goes a long way. So even though that's going to be the part of the line that you're going to pay more money for, you're not going to need as much. They're highly concentrated. So don't feel like, okay, because I bought this and I need to use a handful of it. Typically, there's not too many things that you're going to need a handful of.
Right.
Not for that practical.
Awesome. Thank you. Okay, now, Lisa, this picture I absolutely love, and I want this hair. So please tell us, first of all, how does she get her hair like this?
Is that the blonde?
Yes. It's the blonde, and she's got the soft complexion.
That would really need that L.O.V line. So if you're looking at the new growth, she has extremely dark new growth. But obviously the majority of her hair is pretty light. So for that is going to be a process. So many times you have a woman that comes into the salon and she has seen a picture like that, and she's like, this is going to be a one-step process. I want to do this today. Okay, stressing your hair, all of that in one visit is not going to be a wise gesture. So what I tell my guests, listen, I can get you there. It's not going to be today, though. We may get halfway there today. By the next visit, you may be there. It really depends on the hair texture. It depends on what products are used to achieve that look. This is one that could be foil, or what we call balayage, to where you're lighting the hair, but you're not using the foil placement, but you're still getting that effect of multi-dimensional hair. I love it. I think it's completely stunning. But when you're looking at looks like that, okay, it is stunning, but the upkeep is going to be a lot. So just be mindful of that when you're going into the salon and you're requesting different options.
The maintenance of it and that color especially. Well, great, Lisa. So we just went from the hair, the beauty, and now another little fun aspect of this, and just something that you can play around with, and a part of your beauty book secrets, right, Lisa? You speak about accessories a lot.
So accessories are going to be that finishing touch. So now you've done your hair, you've done your makeup, you've chosen whatever outfit you're going to wear for that day. Now what are going to be those finishing elements that are going to kind of polish that look off? So I really want to give ladies options as far as, what do you feel like you really need inside of your wardrobe that's going to accommodate different styles? What pieces should cost a little bit more in comparison to others? So I want to give you guys 3 different options for that. So the very first image, I believe, should be stud earrings, right?
Yes, they're like little bows, right?
So there are so many different ones, like hearts, skulls. I love all of that. So for the ones that have maybe a little bit of shorter hair, my hair is at a decent length now, but there was a point in time where I don't even know why I did it for my particular face shape, but I shaved all my hair off. I was in that phase, like, I've seen girls do it, it's cute, I've tried it. So I am bold in that aspect. So when I did that, depending on my mood, sometimes I would wear still the really big earrings and it works, depending on what dress I was wearing or what outfit I had going on. But other days, a little bit overpowering. So for the days that I want to be a little bit, a little bit more on the classy side, timeless, I would carry a different stud, but even in that, I didn't want something that was too simple. So in that, you can have different options to play with. It's definitely a good thing to have. For the 2 options, the classic and the bold, I would say those would be your investment pieces.
Right.
So these are going to be the pieces that you want to spend a little bit more money in, because they tend to, you're going to tend to resort to those probably a little bit more in comparison to some common trend right now. So I would say those are your investment pieces.
Thank you for bringing that up, Lisa, because of course we've seen the bows sort of everywhere, and you may see them anywhere from Tiffany's on down to Forever 21, right? And so at Forever 21, you will find that you may not get a lot of wear, and you sort of buy these things, and before you know it, they're gone. You can't find, a piece of it, and then you're not thinking about it anyway because you spent, under $10 for them. So I love that you're saying, let this be your investment piece, because it's going to sparkle too. It's going to really look great on the ear the more
and it's for the one that has longer hair. The one that has longer hair, maybe it's the day where you're utilizing those updos and you want your ears going to be exposed, and you want to have something that's going to be a little sparkling and grabbing someone's attention.
Great. Okay, so just making sure here that they can hear us there. So let's go to I'm going to pull this one down. Let's go to that next picture, Lisa. So would it be the bangles that are sort of the different colors, right?
Yes, the different colors. So I can think of, when I was growing up, my mom has a great sense of fashion, and I can think of her wearing, bangles in the 80s, in the 70s, and now they're still current. So they may be a little bit different, the ones that they were wearing then in comparison to now, but finding some really nice ones that have a little bit of the sparkle, have a little bit of the detail, so that way maybe it's the day that you just have a simple white blouse on and jeans, and you're going to throw on a little heel, and you just want something to kind of zhuzh it up, add a bangle to it. So that would be, to me, in the same category as studs, something that you want to invest a little bit more money on, because I can guarantee you probably 10 years from now, even 20 years from now, it's still going to be an item that you'll be able to wear.
Okay, I love this, Lisa, that you said that the bangles are something that we should continue to have in our wardrobe. Now, this should also be, Lisa, shouldn't this be an investment piece too? Because I see a lot of people buy like the sort of cheap looking bangles, but to have some really quality bangles that you can just go to, right?
Absolutely. And a lot of designers are creating them in sets. So you may get a set of 5, and they may all have different detail. You can wear them all together. You can wear them a couple at a time. So making sure that you want to spend a little extra money in areas like that, because you know this is going to be a piece that I'm going to be able to pull from 10 years from now, and it's not going to be obsolete. So pieces like that are going to be worth spending a little extra in.
Right. Okay, great. Now, which would you like to see next, Lisa? I know we have the next bangles.
Shoes.
The shoes, yes, okay.
I'm a shoe girl, so I had to incorporate some shoes. Being in the industry where I wore black, I would say for 10 years, I'm like, how can I make this look different? Because I'm so tired of wearing this black. So in that, it was the accessories. I would get crazy earrings, get some different stars, rings. I love rings. I would play with my polish as well. Obviously, I still do that. But the shoes. So the shoes should definitely be an investment piece. I love boots. I love sandals. I love wedges. I wear heels to church. That's about all I can do with the heels. I want a bad back. So your situation may be a little bit different, but finding different colors, bold colors, prints, textures on shoes will take a simple black dress, and now it looks completely different because of what you've added to it.
Yes.
So definitely invest in your shoes.
And I love the polka dots. And I know Kate Spade had a fabulous polka dot shoe that could go with so many different outfits. And like you said, the colors are important as well, but investment in shoes. And I also believe that the comfort and the fit is so vitally important, right? I feel like you should not put style over comfort. Do you share that same belief, Lisa?
Absolutely. I think we've all seen the girl who looks stunning, and like all night you're like, wow, she really put that together. She did a good job in that. And then by 4 hours later, she's walking around with shoes in her hand.
I know.
You spend so much money to look that good for that night. Why kill it? Girl, you gotta wear it out. You gotta take those shoes all the way to the door. So
that's what yes.
Making sure that you have a fit that's gonna be appropriate for your style. My feet are actually a little bit larger, but they're not wide, so they're very narrow. So finding out what's gonna be the best style for you, what's gonna support your look. Like I said, I tend to go more towards the wedge. I love shoes that have polka dots, prints, bold colors, and then I love boots. I am a boot girl. So when the winter starts, fall, winter, I'm like cowboy boots, boots with studs, any boot that I can get, I'm looking for that. So really figuring out what type of shoe you like, but also even in that, having a variety.
I think that's great, Lisa, having a variety and having some fun. These are absolutely fun shoes. And I know there's another pair of fun shoes that you have, and these look sort of romantic. I always think, anything that has a bow on it to me is so romantic.
But even with that, if you look at that particular shoe, it has a lot of great detail. It's not just all one color. It has the bow, there's a little bit of detail on the actual wedge, but it's a striking color. So finding little things like that are really good additions to your wardrobe and really will be worth the investment ultimately.
Yes, and I love the wedge too. It's great and very comfortable. Okay, so now, Lisa, we are going to it's still on the accessory line, but you have some bangles here that are absolutely great.
The gemstones, correct?
Yes.
So this is going to be something that's going to be more of a trend. So if you look at the size of that, they're a little chunky, the colors are really bold, but they're still really good pieces to have. Now, as far as trends are concerned, for me, that tends to be something that I'm not going to invest in as much as I would my classic and my bold, because the trend will die. Something that's really popular right now for the summer may be completely different next summer or even in fall and winter. So really figuring out what trends you want to participate in. I'm definitely not an advocate of just because it's hot you need to be doing it. It may not work with your style. So you really have to start, figuring out what is going to be your personal style and aesthetic and own that. The person next to you at work may look completely stunning and it may work for her, it may work for her complexion, work for her body style. But if it's not going to work for you, it's no point in you gearing yourself towards that direction. So really with the bold, I love these pieces like this. For really any outfit, if it's just a date night, if you're looking to, maybe you have a suit on and you're just looking to add something that's going to be a little bit more striking and bold, but still be more on the trendy side, this would be a great addition.
Lisa, I love those too, and I think it adds something to even the more basic top, and pair of jeans and heels to, having a fun piece of jewelry. I think everybody needs, maybe not too much, like you said, there should be a balance in your jewelry box. It shouldn't be just, bold jewelry that you can't sort of wear when you're going on a more classic occasion. So I love the balance that you're speaking of, and also having some fun too. And these earrings, by the way, are super fun.
Those earrings I love. If you really look at the actual finish of them, they're a little bit more of a metallic, which is really, really popular, because it's not going to be something that's going to be a dead set, gold or a dead set silver. It's kind of in the middle, more of a brushed metal. I tend to play with those a lot. I actually have the pair that I have on now would be more of a brushed metal. They really complement a lot of different color palettes. Because sometimes you'll put on something and you put this gold jewelry on, it's like, okay, it's not really the mix. The same thing with the silver. I feel like I get a lot more wear out of my metals that are a little bit more brushed in comparison to going to the other end of the spectrum.
Awesome. Well, Lisa, wonderful. Thank you. Now, Lisa just gave us, everyone, such a large variety of items, and starting us from the head first and having fun with our hair, knowing what works for us, staying versatile. I know for me, Lisa, I'll put my hair in different styles and it will change the outfit that I want to put on for that day. Like I'm in between that stage where I'm growing out my natural hair. So I would love it to be huge, but it's still in that in-between stage and sort of getting comfortable with it. But seeing how you can rock different styles. So even for me, just hearing you, I was able to put myself in the shoes of those models and think, well, okay, how can I, make this style my own and still have some versatility? So thank you.
You're welcome. It was my pleasure.
Yes. So thank you for being here. This has been wonderful. And you all, Lisa, I know for many of you, you're in Tulsa. And that is great because you have access to Lisa Marie. She has her business right there in Tulsa. She has her own location, and I'm going to let her tell you all about that. So if you are wanting to recreate your look, if you have a hairstyle that you're saying, well, what can I do with my hair? I want to make sure it frames my face, or it's really, really short now and I'm trying to think about the best cut for me, or, so whatever it is, Lisa is your person. And then for accessories too, as well. So Lisa, could you please tell them where you're located and how can they get in contact with you?
I'm actually located here in South Tulsa. I'm located off of 71st. Primarily close to Sheraton. You guys can go on my Facebook. I have the address right there. You can email me through Facebook or email me just through, regular avenues, which would be lnlbusiness1@gmail.com. I definitely want to make myself available to the girls that are here in Tulsa that maybe need a little bit more attention as far as you want to have that physical contact, maybe come in for a consultation. I would love to have you. But also for my ladies that are in different towns, different states, I would love to have access to you guys as well. So if there's a time where you're like, hey Lisa, I want to try this, what do you think? If you simply send me an image of what you're thinking and an image of yourself, then I can give you some professional recommendations based upon that. So I would love to see you guys on Facebook, and I would love to be in contact with you ladies in the future.
Great. And I know, Lisa, you were saying that we sort of want to put out a fun little challenge to everybody that's out there to post a picture of something that you have learned, some information that you've gained, right, today. And can they hashtag it, maybe the Cove / with Lisa Marie, the Cove or whatever, style segment, Lisa, Circle of Vitality, whatever.
Yeah, they can hashtag the Circle of Vitality, and they can also even incorporate either my name, which would be Lisa Marie on Facebook, or Beauty Black Book, because I have a page for that as well. So that way, me and Tandy are able to see exactly what you guys
yes.
got on today's segment, and see how you took all of this information and applied it. I'm always curious to see in what direction it's going to inspire you, but I definitely want to see these looks. So for the woman that is able to master some part of that, I will be sending out $50 of merchandise, and that's going to incorporate beauty products as well as fashion accessories. If you're not local, it doesn't matter, because if it's a winner that is in another state, I will personally mail those items to you.
Awesome, Lisa. Awesome. Well, you have more than been just simply fantastic. I think everybody walked away with something today.
Thank you.
So thank you. And so get your little beauty black books, everybody, and write down your own techniques as it pertains to your hair. Then go to the what, Lisa? You said beauty next, and then your outfit, your accessories, and have your own little staples.
Absolutely. Have fun.
Yes.
Be creative and have fun. You're only going to live once.
That's right. And that's right. Have fun. Beauty is fun. It's fun being a woman, right?
Absolutely.
And we get to presence ourselves in such a phenomenal way in the world. So as you all continue on this journey, don't lose sight of the fun part of it. The fun part. I know sometimes it gets to the point where you're looking at the scale thinking how far I've come, but it's not about weight at all. There's something so much more about this journey, you all. We are peeling the layers of our true self, and that is what is beautiful. We all are aging. Everybody's aging gracefully. We are becoming, I believe that we're becoming more and more beautiful. There's something awesome about someone who can have joy while they're aging. I think that is indeed, Lisa, right? The most beautiful accessory.
Absolutely. And you have to dress for where you're at. A lot of times a woman will have a closet full of beautiful clothes, but maybe she can't fit half of them.
Right.
Own your body for where you're at. Even if you're in the process of you want to transition your body style, maybe you're wanting to lose a little extra weight, fine tune, whatever, but dress for where you're at. Be comfortable in your skin. Whatever size, age, ethnicity, it does not matter. You're still beautiful.
That's right. And Lisa, someone just asked if you could please repeat your email address, please.
Oh, it's LML. So it's Lisa Marie Lewis. It's my initials. LMLbusiness1@gmail.com.
Awesome. I would encourage you ladies, definitely visit Lisa, especially if you're wanting a new look. And Lisa, one of the things I want to say real quick is just because you mentioned live, and I think living with vitality but vibrancy is huge. So if there's something that you've always wanted to try, maybe it's been a look or color, Lisa is your girl. I am telling you. But be bold. Go to the next dinner or party that you have scheduled to attend and rock something out. Show them that they thought they knew who you were, but wear some polka dot shoes or a different pattern or color shoe. Come out with a different nude color on your lip, whether it's nude, and then a hairstyle as well. Right, Lisa?
You're not going to know what works for you if you don't experiment. So if you're going to stay in a little style rut and you're like looking at all these other women that are trying different things and you're like, oh my God, they always look so great, different but great, you're not going to know what's going to work for your personality and style unless you try different things. So get yourself out there, try something different, be bold in your decisions, and have fun.
Have fun. Well, thank you again, Lisa. Thank you, everybody that has joined us today in the Cove. Remember that it is a journey and it starts with you. It's your personal progression. So may you continue to progress with beauty and confidence and vitality. We'll see you in the Cove, and we look forward to your feedback. And those pictures, right? Post the pictures on Facebook.
Pictures, I'm waiting.
Yes, we are waiting. See you all soon.